In this video, we're going to learn how to use this formula right here to find amortization on a loan. So let's go ahead and find the following components for this particular example. We want to find the monthly payments on a house to amortize this loan. Then we're going to calculate the payments and the total amount of interest paid on this loan. So suppose you take a 197,000 loan at an interest rate of this much for this many years. So in this formula, R is representing your monthly payment. And P represents your loan amount. So how much amount you're taking out loan, or you can call it the present value, the amount you're starting with. And the little r, it's going to represent the interest rate. And T, it's going to represent time in years. So remember to do the conversion. And N is going to represent the number of times interest compounded in a year. So that's what N is going to represent. So we're looking for R for the first part of this formula. So let's go ahead and check it out. So applying this formula, let's write down what's been given to us. So we are given the loan amount we're starting with. So we're going to start with $197,000 at an interest rate of 7.4%, which is 0.0704. And then for time period of 20 years, and we're going to compound this every month, so that's 12 times a year. All right, so let's go ahead and plug this into our formula. So our R, the monthly payment, is equal to 197,000 times the rate. So I'm doing this part first, the top portion of the formula. So that's 0.0704 divided by 12, everything over 1 minus 1 plus 0.0704 divided by 12 to the power negative n, which is 12 times 20. So just simply plugging in everything to the formula carefully, we get this. And now let's go ahead and put this in our calculator carefully. So 197,000. So this part right here, when you put this in your calculator, you should get about 0.00587 over, and I have 1 minus. So again, the same fraction on top appears here. So that's 0.00587 plus 1. That's going to give us 1.00587. And then I'm raising this to negative 12 times 20. That's going to be about 240 negative. Okay, now let's go ahead and plug this into our calculator carefully. So now if you multiply this, you will get about 1156.39 cents. And divided by on the bottom, you should get 1 minus 0.2454. So 0.2454 is the value of this expression right here. And now if you put this in your calculator, that should be now straightforward. We're doing 1156.39 divided by 0.7546. And that will give you approximately $1,532.45. So that's the answer to the first part. The monthly payment that we're going to put down for this particular loan is $1,532.45. So that's for the first part. So now the next thing we want to know, the total amount paid on the loan. All right, so how much was paid? Well, since you're paying it for 20 years, so for part B, total amount paid, that's going to be the number of payments you're making with this amount. So you're paying this amount every month. So that's 12 times a year for 20 years. So 12 times 20. And then you multiply this with the amount we just got above, which is 1532.45. So all of these are multiplication, and this will give you about $367,788. That's how much was paid for this entire period. So here you should realize, so there are 12 months in a year, you're paying for 20 years this amount for that many period of time. So that amounts to that much altogether. Now for the last part, we want to know the total amount paid on interest. So for interest, well, so we know we're paying this much for the entire 20 years period. So for the interest, how much was paid on interest? Well, we take the total amount, that's 367,788.00. We subtract away the loan amount we took out. That's right here. That's the loan amount, 197,000. So we just subtract these two numbers, $197,000. That'll give you how much was paid on interest. So this is about 170,788. So that's how much was paid only on interest.